Okay, so you've gotten the first layer done and it's on to the second layer. Flip this guy over at this point. So now you've got your completed side on the bottom of the cube and the two layers that still need to be fixed up on the top. There are two algorithms that you'll need to know in order to fix this middle layer of the cube. Basically what we're going to do is these edge pieces need to come down here. There's two different algorithms. One algorithm, and this is kind of a good example, this orange and green actually needs to come over here, orange and green. And you can, if you're not sure which way it needs to go, you can kind of rotate it. So this orange and green piece up here needs to rotate down counterclockwise, so it ends up over here. So the algorithm to pull things down from the top layer counterclockwise is going to be UI, LI, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. And so you will notice this hasn't disrupted the bottom layer at all. It's still intact. And what we did is basically pulled this piece from this front and center position down clockwise over here to the orange and green where it needs to be. So let's see if I can find an example. Well, this is, so what you do to place pieces, to set up this algorithm is you can just look at this top layer, and anything that doesn't have yellow on it is going to have to go down in this middle layer somewhere. So for instance, this red and blue needs to come over here into the red and blue. So take the piece that you want to move, spin this top layer around, and put the piece you need to move down in front of you in the middle on the top. This one also, if you look, you can rotate this as an example. This one also needs to come down counterclockwise. So we're going to do that same algorithm again. UI, LI, U, L, and then U, F, U prime, F prime. Same thing, didn't touch the bottom. Put that red and blue piece where it needed to be. Let's see what we've got left. So we need the orange and blue piece to go here. See, orange and blue is up top. It's over here. So rotate this orange and blue so that the front color matches the side that's in front of you. That's an important distinction. The color on the front here needs to match this side that's in front of you. This one needs to rotate clockwise in order to go into place. So keep it up here, top, middle, matching the front. And it's a slightly different algorithm. So to rotate it clockwise, you need U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. So didn't disrupt the bottom, pulled this piece down counterclockwise, and that, in my case, has actually solved this center layer. Sometimes you will find on this center layer, you'll have a piece in place, but it's flipped. I'll show you. Let me kick this out for demonstration purposes. So let's say, okay. let's say you're working on the center layer on placing these edge pieces, and you come across this situation where this red and blue is in the spot that it needs to be, but it needs to be flipped around, all right? How do you do that? Honestly, the best thing to do is just to kick this piece out, so replace it with a piece from up here, and then put it back in the way it needs to go. So if I came across this as I was solving, I would pick, it doesn't matter what's on the top, pick any piece from up here, and you can do, in this case, I'll do the clockwise algorithm because I want to bring this down here to kick this piece out. So I'll do U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. All right. So we've replaced this blue and red piece that was misoriented with just some other random piece. It doesn't matter because we're actually just going to kick it back out. Then we can rotate. The red and blue actually ended up on the top and the back over here. So just rotate this top layer around until you've got your piece in front of you and the front colors are lined up here. And now we can do that clockwise algorithm to replace this piece and put it back where it needs to go. So U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. So now this is back where it needs to be and it's oriented correctly, the colors match up, and that is the second layer.